Hello, sir. I was wondering if you could give me instructions to get to the Art Institute here in the city. Yes, sir. I'm sure, no problem. It's often visited by many people a day, so it's quite easy. Um, if you don't mind me asking, what are you studying? Yeah, well, I'm just going to a beginner's class. I'm just learning like basic geometric shapes and whatnot. So, yeah, just simple stuff. Hmm. Well, I'll have you know that I am a certified professional 3D shapes drawing talent. I took a course at my community college, and I am certified in shapes drawings 3D. Well, that'd be just great. I only got to learn a couple of them, so sure. Uh, just do all the different shapes you want to do, and I'll take that with me and just keep on doing some practicing. You have it, sir. Sit back and relax, sir. This is my specialty. First, give me a moment to put the busy sign up on the booth. Excellent. And now I have a very technical way of dealing with which pen I start with, so just bear with me, please. Okay, I think I've come to a conclusion or decision. We'll go with the black. So, the first three-dimensional shape we will begin with will be the simple box. To make a box, you know what, let's just get started. So I'm looking at the paper, and the first thing I'd like to do is always choose my area of excitement, so to speak. Like, where do I want the excitement of the picture to take place? So for right now, I'm feeling a little over here in this area. So we can just start off right here with a simple line. Just one happy little line. Doesn't have to be too thick or too thin. This will suffice. Trust me. As I said, I am a professional. Now, next we will engage in doing a line something like this. This happy little line here is going to walk over to this side. He wants to be happy right here. That's where he wants to live. So, we will do that. I often like to follow that up with another little happy walk down the line trail. And we just get a beautiful, beautiful structure like that. You can see the box is slowly coming into shape. Okay. I think the obvious choice next would be to close off the box. Close off. has been completed. Now this is where it gets a little tricky, but don't be discouraged. You should never be discouraged when drawing geometric shapes in a three-dimensional form. Never get discouraged. I'm going to pretend that we're going to have a light source from this direction. Now, because our light source is in this, coming from this direction, I'm going to make it a happy sun. I mean, who doesn't love a happy sun, right? There. That's our light source. And what that tells us is any light that strikes this cube will create a shadow on the other side. And that's where we'll put our three-dimensional parts. Now, let's go back to making this box three-dimensional, shall we? Good, okay. Starting from the top. Doesn't really matter where, but I'm feeling happy and comfortable about starting right there. I am going to make a diagonal line, and I'm not going to make that line any larger or shorter than the other lines I've made in the box. We are, however, making a symmetric box. When you start messing with longer or shorter lines, you wind up with something else. I will continue. You know what? Tired's had its chance. Why don't we give red a little time? Why don't we let a little red shirt with its beautiful colors? Yeah. I always seem to have problems with the pen cap on this. Just please bear with me. Give me a moment. Excellent. There we go. Now I am ready for the continuation of this process. So we've got a start of a 3D box. We've done our first line. We will now move on to the next happy line. He's just happy sitting in there. He's just happy to be a part of this cube. Otherwise, he would just be stuck in a pen somewhere. He would rather be on paper for everybody to see. And as you can see, we now have a front and a side. From this point, you have a whole plethora of choices. I am going to choose the. I'm going to choose the lower end. Okay. We'll be seeing this box from the bottom. So I'm going to make another happy line here. And I'm not stopping. It's the line stopping, but I'm going to continue on to draw yet another line immediately straight to there. there is your 3D box. I will now proceed to add in a little bit of artistic shading, so to speak. The sun is coming from here, and all three sides of this beautiful, happy, little tiny box are in the shade side of the sun. So what we'll do is add some nice fine lines to signify the shade. You don't have to worry about how many, how big or small. Just have some fun with it. Just treat the lines as if they were dancing up, on the surface. Just let the little happy lines dance. And while you're letting them dance, don't jam your like that into the mic. People usually don't like that. Okay, so again, let's move on to another color choice, because we like to keep things, what's the word I'm looking for? Diverse. Yes, we love diverse color choices, because we just don't want them to be too boring. So why don't we go back to the beautiful, happy color red? Now on our red choice, why don't we, I'm thinking more of a, since this is the bottom of the box, it would probably be a good idea to color that one in solid, and that just shows a real solid amount of shade. Well, for this next bit of shading, I'm doing this more for the refined shading, and because this is the only writing instrument I have that will allow me the necessary line structure, I will use this one. And as you can see, it really beautifies the edge of the cube. It makes it look so much more happy. Okay. There you go, sir. A three-dimensional cube. We will now start on a orb. Those can be quite tricky. However, I think you'll find that if you take your time and just enjoy yourself, your results will show that. Now, as you can see, I merely made a circle, a happy little circle. And at this point, you can see our sun light source is over here, shining his or her happy little sun rays in our direction. Meaning this will be the brightest part of the orb, and this the darkest. And that's where it comes into play. So in these cases, because sunlight makes me so happy and relaxed, and circles are my favorite shape, I often get a little sentimental when drawing these shapes in 3 dimension. So what you would like to do is go on the far side of your circle and just add in a little bit of shading. Just put in little happy shade gremlins. I call these happy shade gremlins. They look like little gremlins, and they live in the shade. So you can do a little something like that. See? And as you can see, as we work our way up to the highest strike point of light on this ball, it starts to more and more readily give a appearance of 3 dimensions. So, lastly, I'm going to draw a little bit of a circle to represent some sort of reflection, maybe a chromatic reflection. It's all in how you interpret it. When you draw your shapes and whatever it is you draw, you always have to do the things that make you happy. It's your picture. It should make you happy. This orb is making me very happy. It's very soothing to look at. And as you can see, the light comes from here, and we've created an illusion of 3 dimensions, or at least a orbitable dimension. Orbital dimension. Yes, even professionally trained shapes drawing experts mince pronunciate words. So, I could give you one more tip lastly to kind of help you on your way in your artistic endeavors. And we could do, this one's a great, this is a beauty. I feel it to be one of the most beautiful geometric shapes in history. It is the pyramid. To make a pyramid, it is extremely simple. But when you make a pyramid, you must make it only with the full intentions of loving it. All little pyramids need love. So, this is how we will do this. We will start off by drawing a happy little triangle, which everybody can do. From that triangle, we will then draw a line longitudinally right there, okay? And after doing so, we will put a straight line from here to here that'll make it look wrong. So, you see, we have made a pyramid. I'm just making little happy little bricks everywhere. Just happy little bricks everywhere. Yes. See, a pyramid, you can see one or two sides, or just one, depending upon your angle of view and your height in relation to the structure. Now, the one other pyramid shape that we can draw to be a from the bottom view. For example, you will draw out your square. Square would be representing the base of the pyramid. And then you would draw your 3 points. Now, choose a place within this happy, happy little circle where you want the tip to be. So I'm going to choose about here. Now draw 4 happy lines from each of these points to the friendly point at the top. And what you'll see is a pyramid that is in fact an aerial view. Yes, so you'd have little people walking around here, and a lovely little walkway up to the front, and maybe a road go by to handle vehicle traffic, civil strife, whatever's happening at that time. And, yes, I think that should do it. Sir, did this help you in what you needed to learn before you go any further with your studies? Sir? I think his eyes are closed. Sir? Sir? Oh, yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, yes, sir. Thank you. Very good job on that. Thank you. I will see you soon, I hope. Again, I'm around these areas an awful lot. And I think I'll be heading home to get some sleep. Excellent, sir. Excellent. I will autograph my directions for you. Thank you for coming to my tourist booth today. Please feel free to stop by any time. My services are completely insurance guaranteed. I have multiple certificates and documentation stating to my expertise in many, many